Hi, I'm Big Louie.
I'm Little Louie.
And this is LOU2RETRO. And we just came back from spring break. Yeah, we had spring break early. I had spring break, he had spring break, Sadie had spring break. Spring break for everybody, right?
Yeah.
So, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. So go ahead and I'll let you go first.
Okay, all my stuff first?
Sure.
Well, first of all, like right before spring break, on the Thursday before spring break, you guys might know that I like Five Nights at Freddy's, and if you didn't, I like Five Nights at Freddy's. What 11-year-old doesn't like Five Nights at Freddy's, honestly? And I got the book, the official book. If I'll read everything to you right here because it's backwards. Five Nights.
It's not backwards in the video.
Oh, it's not?
No.
Okay, so you can read those names. You're going to see who it's by and...
Show how thick it is.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty thick. It's all double spaced. And
is it good?
It's like literally the best book I've ever read. Probably the best video game book you'll ever read. If you read it.
I don't know. I like the Console Wars.
You haven't read this.
Yeah, you haven't read Console Wars.
Well, that one isn't like about like it doesn't have like really a story.
Okay.
And then also during spring break, this was on Roll Black at Walmart, and so.
And that's something I wanted to mention. We've noticed that like for a couple weeks they've had all of the Lego Dimensions stuff
on rollback.
And it's pretty significant. It's like 40%. I want to say all their stuff's on sale.
Yeah.
So I don't know why. Is it because they just came out with the second?
Their fourth wave. Yeah.
Fourth wave.
Maybe. And then that's what it turns into, I guess, if you want to see that. And I have the actual toys here. The Dalek. It's pretty cool. Easily come off. And then the Cyberman, which is like extremely OP in the game. It's like really good. But sadly today, I broke him. So I'm gonna probably be getting another one, and I might sell the rest of the pieces.
Does it still work?
Oh yeah, it still works. All you need is that little blue circle. And then I brought the other dollar from the set from Christmas, which is this one right here.
Very similar, huh?
Pretty similar, yeah, but one is a lot thicker.
Okay, cool. Anything else you got there? That's it?
Yeah.
All right, well, some of this stuff you can jump in on, too. So, while we're on vacation, took our Google Cardboard with us and showed it to my in-laws and the family over there, and they really loved it. You know, some of the things that you could do while you're. I mean, this is the cheapest version.
$1.
Yeah, I know that people with there's headsets for PS4, I think, and then I can't even remember what the big one, the actual Oculus Rift, and the new version they have coming out. Are way more expensive and way more immersive and really cool. But just watching older people put this on and look around and do stuff in it was pretty cool. And we found something neat. You haven't played this yet, have you?
No. What is
it? This is from realtor.com. www.realiter.com. So it's a print off that you do. It's like 8.5 by 11 print off, and you make yourself a little gun. So when you're doing it, you don't have to play the game. You don't have to actually use your head to move. You can actually move the gun and shoot the little guys or whatever that are on the screen. So it sees this QR code and it orients it with the screen, I guess. but it worked pretty good.
I don't have to try that.
Yeah, it's okay. I didn't, I ran out real quick, grabbed a pizza box and cut it up, and so it's kind of flimsy. Could have done it a little bit better, but I really like this thing. It's fun. I find a new app for it every week. I think that's kind of fun to play with. So we did get some video games, quite a few here actually, in a couple waves. So in my wife's hometown, I got these for $1 each. PlayStation Madden 2001 and PlayStation Major League Baseball 2000, both complete. Discs are really good. I know they're sports games, but for $1, to add to the collection, that's cool. I know you probably don't play a lot of sports games or ever will. Maybe, you never know. But sometimes I do play sports games. They're fun.
What I find weird is that there's still a possibility that how I am right now, like sports, I might become like the most famous football player in the entire world.
You could, a lot of people don't know this in the LOU2RETRO crowd, but I never played football. I did wrestling and t-ball and stuff like that in junior high and elementary. But, I had the high school football coach actually came out after watching me wrestle one day, and I wasn't a great wrestler, but he came out and said, "You're playing football next year," and I said, "Okay." I ended up joining football my freshman year in high school. I didn't know anything about football, and I got pretty good. I was all-state, all-conference lineman, so that's cool.
Also, guys,
so that could happen to you too.
Yeah, and also when I grow up there's a famous astronomer named Louie. You can tell your friends that you knew who he was before he was cool. Well, he already was cool.
Oh, that's something to talk about. While we were on spring break, we went to Chicago to the Museum of Science and Industry. And
I got to touch part of the Apollo 11.
I don't know if you were supposed to touch it, but you did, right?
I did, yeah. Maybe I wasn't supposed to.
If I have the video, I'll put it up. Right here.
Yeah, or the pictures,
right?
yeah,
he likes space. Right?
Yeah.
Space is cool.
The Apollo 8 capsule was also did the full one, but there was glass over the hatch. The hatch was open and there's glass covering that. And then there was also glass over the entire thing. I would have touched it if I could.
There's a weird noise coming outside. I don't know what it is.
If you guys can hear it, comment #WeirdNoise2016.
Yeah. So another flea market or thrift store that I see all the time, and I've never been able to stop in there because it's never open. But they had PlayStation games too, and they had a lot more than this. But some of them had mismatched discs, and these are the ones that were good. So they were $1 each, also, I think. And they're all complete. Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2000. And I don't remember, but a couple of these are, $10, $15 games, I want to say. So that's not bad for $1. FIFA Road to World Cup 98. Mostly sports games, too. I don't mind buying the sports games, because once you got them, you're done with them. FIFA Soccer 97. This one's kind of cool. Destruction Derby 2. I haven't played it, but I used to like Twisted Metal, which is where I need to get that game. I think that's the first game I played on PlayStation, where you're like an ice cream truck and you're going around the city crashing into stuff. And then this
sounds
cool.
Awesome.
I know. Gran Turismo 2. And they had Gran Turismo 1, but it was missing one of the discs, and I was like, I don't want to mess with that, because I'll never find the disc. And I know I could order it online, but it sounds like a pain. Let's see here, what else? So, where is, I'm missing one. Oh, there it is.
We got home real late last night. So
real late.
So if I'm tired, that's because of why.
Yeah, me too. Went to a game store up in South Bend that we like to go to. That they always have really good prices, and they always have a lot of games, which kind of surprised me. They had the Mega Replay place. Oh, so they had was it a Intellivision?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it was an Intellivision 2 or 3, an original one, but
I think it might have been a 3.
It was what, $60?
Yeah, $60.
Really clean.
It was like a factory. Once upon a time, there was a factory that made Intellivisions, and the television was born, and then like froze in time, but no, everything else like just kept on moving, and it never like caught any dust or anything. And then and the factory was like, "Hey, you want this television?" And
so it was really clean. And I had a hesitation. I was like, man, I should buy this thing. It's so clean, but it didn't come with any games, so I couldn't really test it out. I'm sure it would have worked fine, but and I don't know if I had the box or not. I didn't see the box, but I have it.
No box.
It was in perfect condition, so we didn't get it, but we saw it. So we did get some other games there. They had a couple of Master System games, which I'm big on Master System.
Sega.
My thing with Master System, this is the only system that I really want to collect the cases for. Now these ones apparently didn't have the manuals in them, so they're not technically complete in box, but the case, I like the cases. So Afterburner and Great Baseball, the Mega cartridge, and they were both
This
decently
one's about
priced.
planes. This one's about baseball.
Yep. So we'll add those to the collection. And then we also got their Pinbot for the NES. This one. Rockin' Ball for the NES. It came with a little sleeve. We don't use the sleeves. Who knows what we'll do with them someday. I thought we had this game, but it wasn't in my list. Probably should have checked before I came on. Jack Nicklaus, greatest first hole of major championship golf. It's Jack Nicklaus golf. Oh, stuff on there, huh? It's not the best looking cartridge. Label's good. Not the best looking cartridge, but again, I really don't care. It was 99 cents, so 99-cent game. Can't beat that. And then this was in good condition. Gauntlet 2. And I know Louie is a Gauntlet fan. On the back.
Edit that in, like, in whenever we say the word gauntlet in the show. Like, just edit that in.
Okay. Well, I'm doing all the editing on my phone, so it's not as easy. And on the back, it's got a weird name. Passanante?
Maybe they were like, it sounded like a Spanish name, like some, like
I think it's
like,
Indian or
like a waiter that, like, when you go to like a Spanish restaurant, and they're like, "Hello, I am your waiter."
I think it's like Indian or South
It's a cool
East
name.
Asian.
It sounds like pomegranate, and pomegranates are cool.
Then we stopped at Old Country Buffet in Indianapolis on the way home, and
You mean Cracker Barrel?
I keep calling it Old Country Buffet, Cracker Barrel, and I
love Cracker.
I had gotten a coupon for half-price books. Actually, this whole week they had some huge deals, and I got all these emails from them saying, like, it started off at 20% discount codes, all the way up to 50% off by Sunday. So we were a couple hours away, and I was like, we gotta stop there. So I dropped the family off at Cracker Barrel. It was like a 25-minute wait for the tables, and this place was like 10 minutes away. So I drove down there, got a couple games, and then hustled back and got at the table right before the food got there. So that worked out pretty good, huh?
Yeah. Before the waiter came to order the food.
Now, it was crazy in there. The line was like to the back of the store, and I'm sure everybody already cleaned out all the really great finds, but I did get a couple good ones that they were decent priced with my coupons or whatever. So first, for the N64, Body Harvest, which I haven't played this, but I have a feeling it looks like it's probably a Galaga clone. Or maybe it's a pinball thing. That looks like a...
Maybe.
So
maybe like a Galaga pinball thing.
Yep. So that'll be interesting to play.
It's cool.
And then we got 2 Tecmo games, which I didn't realize they made so many Tecmo games. You know, I knew that we had Tecmo Super Bowl for the NES, but I didn't have Tecmo Bowl. I never put 2 and 2 together. There was a Tecmo Bowl and a Tecmo Super Bowl. So we have both of them now. And Tecmo NBA Basketball. And this one must have a battery inside because it's got the gold back. So that's kind of cool. And then lastly, I think this is last. Today I had ordered this. I had mentioned before about the Retro magazine. I've been waiting for the editor or publisher, Mike Kennedy, was going to send me the issue number 4, which he had promised it to me because of some mix-ups at the very, very beginning when I ordered it. He never sent it to me, and I don't think, it wasn't anything I really had coming to me that I had paid for. It's just something he said he would send, and he just never did.
Oh, I want a bubble bobble.
Yeah, so I saw they were online for like $6,
Yes.
and I ordered it from them from their website. Now, that being said, I know there's a huge debate right now going on with about Mike Kennedy and what he's done with the Retro VGS, or also called the Coleco Chameleon system. I've been listening to a lot of different podcasts about it, and I listened. He was one of the very first guys that I listened to with Retro Gaming Roundup, and I always liked those guys, and I still do. And I know he's not with the show anymore for some other reasons, but he still, went out and he's created this magazine, and I think it's great that he's done it. And it's an affordable retro magazine. It's not like the one that's printed over in Europe that's like $20 or something like that. So I do appreciate that. And I hope that the debacle that he's going through with his retro game system doesn't affect what's going on with the magazine here. I will say that I don't think I'm going to subscribe for the second year here, or for the next year. I'm going to probably just buy issues individually. Now, I did notice that they are going to have some special issues coming out. So if you are into this type of thing, I think they have like a 200-page issue special edition one coming out. So keep your eyes open for that. And, so far he's kind of treated me right with the retro magazine. I don't know if this came in the magazine or not, but he sent in this was wedged in the magazine, I Love Retro bumper sticker. It could have came with the magazine, I don't know.
I might put that on the back of my computer.
Maybe I'll put it on mine. I don't know. We'll see.
Rock, paper, scissors for that.
Yeah, so anyway, that, it is what it is. I'm not going to pick sides on this thing. We're all part of the same community, and whether or not he did try and pull the wool over everybody's eyes, he still did some other stuff that, I appreciate him doing, and I'll still continue to purchase stuff from them for that. It really stinks all the hassles that has come up about the other stuff, and I think a lot of people have come out and said stuff before they know the whole story. I wish he would come out and defend himself and say, hey, this is what happened, or have somebody in the company, but maybe it was all underhanded. I don't know. But he's always been a pretty stand-up guy. So I'll leave it at that.
I said nothing.
Also, we have coming up here, I've brokered a deal with a guy that I'm in class with who has a bunch of old Sega Game Gear games. He's going to give me all of his Sega Game Gear games. I'm going to help him out with a MAME system, help him build one. He doesn't actually want a cabinet or anything like that. He just wants to dabble with the, playing, old games, learn how to play old games on his computer. I said, I can show you how to do that. Sounds too easy. And he really has no attachment to the physical cartridges. I was like, okay, sounds good to me. So, anyway, I think that's it. And we're already almost 20 minutes. So.
Really?
Yeah. My workload now has gotten much easier as far as class time, so now it's all individual study for the most part, so that means I have more time on my hands to go do stuff, play games, all that type of stuff, so I'm pumped about that for the next couple months.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know.
And the weather is getting nicer out, so that's also cool. So, with that, I guess we'll see you next time. Thanks.